What's going on, DLP fam, and welcome to Eddie with the Biz. I am your host, Eddie Tiarno Jr. with DLP Consulting Group. And today, what I thought we'd go over is the customer experience and the consistency in that customer experience. So, everybody that knows me knows I'm a big sneakerhead, so I'm gonna use this analogy, all right? Say I'm going into a shoe store, you walk in, the expectation for me is that I will have someone, hey, how you doing? Welcome in. You know, let me know if there's anything that I can help you with. Or, hey, it's two for one today. Anything over here, blah, 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 blah. Let me know if you need any help. I go about my business. I'm perusing. I might get approached by someone else. Hey, you need any help? Please let me know. Has anyone helped you? Okay, that's 2 touch points, right? Touch points. I'm looking at the wall, see a pair of shoes that I like, grab them off of the thing, look at them, check them out. Okay, I'm a size 11 and a half. Okay, so I reach back out to whoever it was that greeted me in the beginning, and then I asked them, hey, do you have this in an 11 and a half, right? They might give me a little bit of history. Oh, those are nice, blah, 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 da-da-da. These are good with, you know, low cut jeans, these are good with shorts, blah, blah, blah. Might be a little bit more of that human interaction in there, but because you're in a sneaker shop and they understand what the culture is and what people are looking for, simply sometimes by what they're trying to buy. So anyway, that goes to the experience. So they look at the sticker, they scan it or what have you, and then they say, okay, we have this in 11 and a half. Touch point number 3, this is touch point number 3. But what this individual should be doing is, okay, I see an 11 and a half, I see an 11, and I see a 12. Right there, automatic from training. I'm gonna do that. Go back to the back, they bring out an 11 and a half. I try it on, they'll tell me, hey, you know what? These fit a little tight. I see that you're wearing Air Jordan 1s. You know, those fit true to size. These fit a little snug, but they're leather. They should loosen up. So just keep that in mind if you're wearing a thinner or thick sock or what have you. All that, right? I put it on, it's a little snug. I reach back out to the person. Hey, do you have this in a 12? Now this person, if they're done their job correctly, shouldn't even have to look back and scan it again. Yes, because when I checked, I number one, looked and saw that we had an 11 and a 12, and you're an 11 and a half, sir. But they also, when they went to the back, they verified it was there. So now that's one less check that they have to do. So my customer experience is even better, right? So they go right back, they know exactly where it is, they grab it, they leave the 11 and a half, the 12. Now they're sitting there assisting me on the fit and feel of what I'm doing. She's, you know, we'll call her Sophie. Sophie's looking at me, she's trying, you know, hey, let me see where your toe is. You know, your socks look a little thick. You probably want to wear these with thinner socks, whatever. She's trying to get me to the right foot fit. While she's talking to me, knowing that I'm going to get the shoes, because I told her, yeah, I'm going to go, I say I'm going to go ahead with the 11 and a half. And then she's telling me, you know what? We got some apparel that goes with this. I don't know if you've seen this, you know, on our advertisement. Are you a member of our club? We send these advertisements out. We also have 20% on X, Y, and Z. You want to take a look at that? Oh, these socks are, you know, 2 for 1 or what have you. So she takes that opportunity to do it for an upsell. I'm still in a good mood because my customer experience so far is just really good. So I get up to the counter and she asked me, hey, are you a member of our club? Are you a club member? Do you have an email with us? Do you have a phone number with us? Looks me up, another touch point. So now she has my information, right? Now, so she has my information. She checks me out. She sends me an email receipt, asks me if I want a paper receipt, thanks me for coming in, ushers me out the door. I had a great experience. So let me tell you, let's talk about a little bit why that's so important. 32% of people will walk away from a brand if they don't have a good customer experience. So it's hugely important to have that consistency in that experience and have that training that in your operations that goes from one employee to the next to the next. You know, 54% say that the customer experience is very important to them. 16% of people will pay a premium if the customer experience is good. So you see where I'm going. All of these operational consistencies and experience will take you to the next level in your revenue stream. Let's take a minute to go over a bad customer experience. Okay, so same scenario. I walk into the store. Let's say Brandon greets me, right? I walk into the store, I get this, hello, welcome in, and then that's it. I'm walking around, right? No one ever approaches me again. I find the shoe, I come back, I get a hold of this guy, Brandon. I'm like, hey, can you please check on this size for me? And 11.5, right? I get the 11.5. He comes back, gives it to me. I try it on. It's a little snug. He doesn't check back on me. So I call him back over, ask him, can you check and see if they have this in a 12 because it's a little snug. He has to, oh, let me see the shoe again. Let me scan it again. Then he has to go in the back and look again, try to look for it because he didn't do what Sophie did in the beginning to figure it out. He comes back out the 12, drops it off, doesn't say anything to me, doesn't go through that experience with me that Sophie went through with me where she's telling me about the socks and, you know, the leather, how it stretches or what have you. He doesn't do any of that. I try on the 12, like, you know what, the 11.5 is a little snug, I'm gonna go with the 12. I get up, he's nowhere to be found, I go to the register, Brandon's at the register, that'll be $99.35. Give him my card. He never asked me if I'm a member of the club, so there's no information gathered or no information that's added to point system, what have you. He never tries to upsell me with the 2-for-1 socks, the apparel, and I walk out the door. Thank you very much. Walk out the door. Now I get home, and this is where the difference is. When I get home, now I put these shoes on, and I'm like, man, these shoes are kind of big. I should have went with that 11.5, right? Should have went with the 11.5. So now I got to get back up, go to the store, right? I go to the store, take my receipt. Now this time I see Sophie. Sophie is saying to me, hey, you know what? How you doing? I saw you in here the other day. Brandon, what happened? I was like, you know what? I really, I should have got these in 11.5. I don't even know. And in her mind, she already knows. Well, these shoes run a little, they run a little small, but the leather stretches. What I see you're wearing a Jordan 1. It's kind of the same feel. You should probably just go with the 11.5. I'm so sorry that happened. Let's go ahead and try them on so you can see what the difference is. And then if you still feel like you want to roll with them, then we'll make that happen. We'll go ahead and make the exchange. Again, I apologize. And she asked me, did you see any of this apparel that was there? I was like, no, I didn't really see it. She's like, oh man, it was sold out, but it was fire with the shoes. Yeah, it's too bad. Maybe I can order some for you. Blah blah blah. Anyway, you get the point. The point is, with a good customer experience, all of that could have been avoided. Right? I would have been happy. I wouldn't have had to make another trip to the store. If someone asked me about going back to that store and my only experience was Brandon, I'd be like, you know what? I wouldn't go out of my way to point him to that store essentially. But with Sophie's experience, yes, next time I'm going to get some shoes, I'm gonna check with her because she gave me the real. And that's how it's gonna go. So let's just go over some stats again, just so that we're all on the same page, right? 63% of customers said that they would be willing to share information if the customer experience was good. What does that mean for you as a business owner? That means mailing list, so you can send out specials, advertisements for new things coming out, things to look out for, media, the video content, and so forth. That helps you build your brand, right? Also, first come, first serve type things, the rarity type things, that quality, so that your customers get to see you, touch you, feel you, right? That's that next level of customer interaction. The other thing is human interaction. So the one thing that you should take out of this story is that Sophie was personable. She had that human interaction. She knew her product and also she knew her training. Someone had taught her that you greet someone at the door. You ask them again while they're looking around. Once you pull it and you check the SKU, you check to see one size up, one size down, to make sure that you minimize that person's go backs and you keep them from being irritated while they're in the store. While you're talking to them, know your product. Then, if there's anything that's associated with that product or anything in the store that they might enjoy, or that that we have better margins on, make sure you offer that to the customer. Then make sure that if they're not in the club, they're not on the email list, they're not getting points or what have you, that you get them on that list, because that information is gold for future revenue streams and future sales. And then lastly, she ushered me out the door. She said, please come on back if you have any questions or what have you. Made sure I knew what her name was, and I had a pleasant experience. So the message for today is consistency in the customer experience, and a great customer experience. Keep that in mind this week as you're going over your sales cycle and your operations. How consistent are you with your operations? When you brought new people on, did you onboard them all the same way? Is the experience going to be the same for every customer, right? Are you offering a premium experience, right? What differentiates you from the next person? If you're selling the same pair of shoes, if Foot Locker is selling the same pair of shoes as Shoe Palace, as Champs, what will make me want to walk into your store, right? The customer experience, because the pricing for the most part is all the same. We all price match. So what will make me walk into your store? The customer experience. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to put some useful information in the links below where you can see these studies for PwC and these numbers for yourself. And I would encourage you to go over this with your crew, with your team this week, and see where you land on each of these things. DLP Consulting Group is here for you. It starts with a simple conversation. Until next time, this has been Eddie with the Biz.